Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So this is the Boss Rush Challenge, the Underdog's Boss Rush, and as you can see here, I am boosting up. You can see the two boosts that I eventually use, the attack boost, and I saw Dave talking about using Blade along with that skill energy boost, and so I said let me try that one out as well. As you can see, I'm maxed out on those things and I never use them. So I said, let's try it out. So you'll be able to see that a little bit in action as I use Blade. So this is the team that I went in with. I heard AA was really good. Archangel was really good against Magneto. But since Magneto is stun immune and I know that I don't play stun immune very well, I decided to just try my hand with Blade rather than trying to get an opening with Archangel. So first up, you can see the nodes. It's Falcon. I brought in Blade, and this fight went pretty well. The general strategy to use here is not to let him fire off that L1. So you can see there, I stopped just before he would have enough power for an L1, and then I went and did a full combo and pushed him to his L2. That is basically it for Falcon. You can get wrecked if you don't do that and he does fire off his L1. Alright, so Blade did fine, but honestly anyone will do just fine as long as you bear that in mind. Do not let him fire his L1, stop just a little bit short, and see, like right here I messed up, but I got lucky and he didn't fire off his L1. Alright, so don't be that guy and get wrecked by his L1. And a fairly easy win for Blade, but again, as I said, any champions will do. Now I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I don't have any 5 stars in here. All of my guys are rank 5 4 stars, and I'm pretty sure I could have done this with even rank 4s. I don't know how well 3 stars would do. You would probably end up using some items unless you play far better than I do. Anyway, next up is SheHulk, and again I take Blade in. And SheHulk, I don't even know what to tell you. She is very easy to fight. Take in a bleeder and just bleed her. Her special 1 and her special 2 both are very easy to evade, and so I just had fun with Blade, firing off his special 1s, firing off his special 2s, and just wrecked her. You know, so a very easy fight. Not much more to say about this one.
Flawless victory.
Another easy win for Blade. So at this point in time, I am getting a little cocky and a little bored, and I'm like, yeah, this is going entirely too well. So we're going up against Iron Patriot, and I did see a fight with him, and I know I should have chosen Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, but I said no. I brought Hulk in here, so let me see what Hulk can do. So I brought in Big Mean Green for no other reason than I just like playing with him. Okay, he is one of my favorite champions to play with. Alright, so Hulk comes in, and I can see already that this might be a long fight, and I'm like, oh boy, I probably made a mistake bringing Hulk in for this one. But I said, that's okay. I'll just see how much I can do against Iron Patriot. And if I play really well, I might be able to, get him down. So take a little damage and let Hulk just ramp up his own damage. Now, sometimes I do get caught by that L1 like you saw there. Just like the tail end of it. I don't know. Sometimes I block it just because I never know if I'm going to be able to evade it properly. So I fire off and get his L3 up. And as you can see, he has his Fury. When he has his Fury up, that stun lasts a really nice long time. Now his L2 is very easy to evade, and it's unblockable, but that doesn't matter to me because, again, it's very easy to evade. Alright, so I go in again, and Hulk got that stun, and he has the Fury up, so I'm able to, get some good damage in here. As you can see, stunning him, stun locking him, but of course I can't let him go to his L3, so now I gotta bait out that L2. Not a problem. And it should be wash, rinse, and repeat. Hulk is fully capable of taking Iron Patriot down at this point. But watch what happens towards the end of this fight. Alright, we come into the end of it, and as you can see, I'm doing just what I said I was going to do, baiting out, and look at this. I get caught by that again, and then boom! I get hit a second time. I am not going to lie, that second one caught me completely flat-footed. I wish you guys could have seen the look on my face when I took that second one. So, I went in again, and this time with Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, which I should have done from the beginning. He has no problem evading that L1, of course, and it's pretty much an easy win for him to finish off. You see, he did that, double L1s again, but I was ready for him this time, and of course, Spider-Man Stark Enhanced made it, very easy.
Headshot.
And Starky takes him down, finishes him off very, very easily. Again, I should have used him from the beginning, but I did want to use Hulk because I like playing with him. And you could see some of his potential, at least, as he was stun locking Iron Patriot. Alright, so next up is Magneto. This is the worst fight in this entire boss rush. I mean, look at this. He is stun immune. He's got Bane. That is horrible. And then they put thorns on top of it. I already told you guys I suck at fighting stun immune. Alright, so I take in Blade. I did not bring Archangel because with the stun immune, I was not confident that I would be able to get off any kind of heavies. So this is my first try. I'm really, really nervous. I am not playing very loosely, I should say. So I'm very tense at this point. Now, look at this. He just gets wrecked. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I do not believe I went out like that with Blade. Blade should have done so much better. Alright, so I bring in Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. Now, the problem here is that he's made of metal. He has metal on him, and Magneto, of course, with that magnetism, shuts down his abilities. And so when I tried to evade to build up the poise charges, Magneto shut that down and I got caught. And it's also very difficult to build poise charges up against Magneto. So that was a very bad matchup on my part. So I'm thinking at this point I'm just going to go through my guys and then start reviving. All right, so Ghost Rider, now I'm a little bit practiced with Magneto. And as you can see, I'm lasting a little bit longer with Ghost Rider. We still got that Bane to try to deal with. which is always annoying. But I do the best that I can. You see, Bane is just ticking away, but I managed to hit him a little bit and get that Bane off of me so that it could do a little bit more damage to him. But I already knew it was only a matter of time because of the thorns. Alright, so at this point I'm like, okay, I wonder how many revives I'm going to end up using against him. So I bring in the Hulk. Yes, I revived Hulk. I probably should not have revived Hulk, but again, I like playing with Hulk, and I'm thinking, well, he's going to be taking damage, he'll be doing more damage, and maybe I'll be able to take out Magneto faster. Alright, but of course, I'm not able to stun lock him because Magneto is stun immune, and then I'm messed up there. I should have been able to take off more damage, but I just mistimed that L2. Again, I was fighting nervous, and I got hit with that degen. So I went ahead and said, okay, Blade went out like a punk. So I'm bringing Blade back. And this time, I was not taking any prisoners. And as you can see here, Blade takes it to him.
Finish him.
And down he goes. I should have just went ahead and used Blade in the first place. Had I just revived Blade, I could have saved myself one revive. Anyway, so now up next is Thor Jane Foster. Now this should have been a very easy fight. I have fought Thor Jane Foster when her special one was unblockable. I know how to evade it. It shouldn't have been any problem for me whatsoever. But as you guys will see, that was not the case. So I bring in Blade, and she's not bleed immune, so I figure, okay, I'm about to take it to her. Also, as a side note, I am not running suicides, as you guys may have noticed, and I normally run suicides, but I was not about to run suicides on this boss rush challenge. Now, it probably would have been okay, but it was just an extra complication, and I knew I wanted to be able to spam Blade's specials. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm doing just fine, and I'm just taking it to her. And it should not have been any problem, but I got cocky, and I mistimed that shock, and that was all she wrote. I was so upset. But I'm like, okay, well, I haven't used that many revives at this point, and I still have Iceman. And I haven't used Iceman yet in this challenge. So I brought him in, and this time I played a little bit more cautiously, and I was paying attention, less cocky, a lot more humbled, and Iceman did the job. Unfortunately, I do not have any footage of the final battle against Kamala Khan, thanks to the iPhone's recorder that likes to just stop recording and throw away everything that it has recorded up until that point without asking you anything. I lost that footage, but thankfully I've learned to record my videos in spurts, like as you've seen here. In fact, this was 3 different videos because I kept stopping and saving it each time, just in case something like what ended up happening happens.
Ownage.
Alright, so that's the final fight. I do show you guys the buffs that Kamala Khan has on her, but we don't end up fighting her in this video. But I do take her down, and we had some funny moments in there. I wish you guys could have seen it. But first I went in against her with Iceman, of course. He's the only one that I have left alive, and I was doing pretty well. I got some good damage on her, but my attention wandered because it was a long fight, and I got caught with her special one. So humiliating. I can't remember the last time I've gotten hit with Kamala Khan's special one. Anyway, so he went down. I believe I brought up Blade. I didn't heal him all the way, and I forgot that she is debuff immune, so I couldn't bleed her. So that fight was another long one. I got some special 2s off, and then I forget I made one mistake, mistimed something, dashed back a little early, and she clobbered me. Alright, so then the third time I went in with Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. I actually healed him up a pretty good amount, and I should have been able to finish her off with him, but this time it was not my fault. I was building up poise charges because I wanted to do as much damage to her when I started attacking. And one of the times when I went to try to evade, it did not, just dropped my input, and she just hit me with a heavy. And I swear every time that happens, it's usually with a heavy. I'm pretty sure something is going on there that is a little bit suspicious, because it's a heavy while it drops my evade. You know, it's not any other attack. Anyway, so then I just revived Hulk and finished her off pretty quickly because she only had a little bit of health left at that point in time. So all in all, this challenge was pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I kind of laughed because I actually had less trouble with Magneto than I did with that Kamala Khan. You know, not all of it was my fault, but most of it, the first 2 attempts were my fault. So I just thought that was funny. Anyway, that's going to do it, guys. Hopefully your run will go a whole lot better. If you liked the video, please consider smashing that like button. If you have not subscribed already, please consider giving me a subscription. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this video. And you guys have a blessed day.